I slept with him just for revenge, a married woman and a rich, handsome guy. But when I tried to leave, he pushed me into a deeper abyss. You can't leave me, or I'll make you wish you were never born. He said his love for me was destined from the moment we met until death. Jason Smith stiffened like he'd been electrocuted. His back went rigid. Then he pushed her away gently. You're drunk. Just get some sleep. He stood up to leave. I only have myself, she whispered, half kneeling as she hugged him from behind, tightly. Her cheek pressed against his back. There's only me left. You don't want me either? Jason Smith froze. Only her? Yeah, that made sense. He remembered how things ended with that guy at the restaurant. Still, he knew she didn't like him. From the first time they met till now, she'd never even asked his name. Jason Smith didn't know whether to pull away or stay. As he hesitated, he felt something warm on his back, then heard her soft sobbing. His brows furrowed. A strange tightness gripped his chest. It was a feeling he didn't recognize until much later when he finally understood. That feeling had a name. Heartache. Don't go. Don't go, she murmured, hugging him tighter. He could feel her trembling slightly. In the end, he couldn't bring himself to push her away. He let out a barely audible sigh, gently held the hands clasped around his waist, and softly coaxed, Okay, I won't go. Just let go first. No, I won't let go. You'll leave. I promise. I won't go. Be good. Let go. She hesitated, then slowly released him. He turned around and sat beside her, looking into her red, tear-stained eyes like a frightened bunny. His chest warmed. He couldn't help but reach out and gently stroke her cheek. If you really want me to stay with you, then I'll stay. Really? You'll listen to me? She stared at him intently. Gone was the fierce woman he first met now. She looked like a stubborn little girl. Maybe it was the alcohol dulling her defenses. Maybe it gave her the courage to shed all her armor. He reached out, wiped her tears with the pad of his thumb, and solemnly nodded. Yeah? Then what if I... She bit her lip, hesitating to finish. Jason Smith stayed silent, watching her. 36 days. He'd been counting. He thought he could forget her easily. But once love plants its seed, it only keeps growing. Seeing her again tonight, wasn't it fate? He didn't bother with the why of love. He just knew he liked her. All of her. Even her crying, messy self, he thought she was maddeningly beautiful. What if I wanted to be with you? She leaned in. Her words were clumsy, unsure. Jason Smith paused, eyes dark and fixed on her. You don't even know my name. You don't know who I am. Is it really that easy for you? Would you do this with anyone? No. She shook her head and looked up. You. What's your name? Jason Smith, he answered, eyes never leaving hers. How do you write it? He didn't answer like she did before. Instead, he took her hand and slowly traced the characters in her palm. Jason Smith, she whispered. Somehow, those 3 syllables felt warm. That's right. I'm Jason Smith, not the man you've been in love with. He gently patted her head. Are you sure? Isabel Lopez blinked. Her mind was finally sobering up. Her cheeks burned a little, and she lowered her head. I'm sorry. She quickly climbed off the bed. Jason Smith didn't stop her. Jason Smith, thank you for helping me. I should go home now. If he hadn't found her, who knows what might have happened at that nightclub. I'll take you back. This is a villa in the suburbs. Oh, let's go. I'll get changed and come down. Then, I'll wait downstairs. Only after leaving the room did she realize it was raining outside. When she got downstairs, the rain had gotten even heavier. Her phone buzzed twice. She took it out and saw a WeChat message from Latina Lopez. She opened it. It was a short video. The content was utterly disgusting. It was all about Tony Kamel and Latina Lopez. Ah, Isabel Lopez screamed. The phone in her hand felt like a burning coal hurled it away. The phone smashed on the courtyard tiles with a crack, completely shattered. But the sound, that awful sound, kept haunting her ears. She lost it. Dashing out into the rain, she stomped on the broken phone over and over again. Ah, at last, silence. Only the rain around her. She dropped to the ground, sobbing uncontrollably. Tony Kamel. The man she had loved with all her heart for 10 years. On the first day of their marriage, he had tangled himself with her sister. Those images so vile, so unbearable. This was the man she had loved for 10 years. The marriage she traded the Lopez family's inheritance for. What a joke. What a sick, cruel joke. She cried and laughed all at once. Now she finally understood what it meant to go mad from pain. She raised her fist and pounded the shattered phone. Her hand throbbed with pain, blood mixing with rain, but she kept pounding like only pain could numb the agony inside her. "What are you doing?" Jason Smith came rushing out just in time to see it. He didn't even have time to open his umbrella before running over and grabbing her bleeding hand. The phone screen was black, but he didn't need to see it to know it was something awful. "Leave me alone. Just leave me alone." She struggled, trying to reach for the phone again, but Jason Smith pulled her into a tight embrace. "That man who hurt you, he's just trash. Why hurt yourself over garbage? Your pain means nothing to him." "Yeah, trash. I spent 10 years loving trash." She wrapped her arms around him and collapsed in his warm embrace, sobbing with everything she had. 10 years. I loved a piece of trash for 10 years. Then forget him. Wipe him out of your life completely. Jason Smith held her tighter and pressed a soft kiss to her forehead. Isabel Lopez hesitated for a moment, just for a second. She reached up, wrapped her arms around his neck, and kissed him back with urgency. Her passion was wild, desperate, a fire lit by heartbreak, fueled by the need to forget, a plunge into chaos and surrender. The rush of it drowned every cell in his body. This madness, this ecstasy was even more intense than the day he crushed a rival company and signed a billion-dollar deal. Turns out, all his success, wealth, and glory meant nothing compared to a single kiss from her. To Isabel Lopez, Jason Smith was the warmth she found in her most broken, frozen state. Maybe she'd regret this tomorrow, but tonight, she chose to burn. To Jason Smith, this woman, she was his only addiction, his personal poison, and now that he had a taste, there was no turning back. In the raging storm, two bodies held tight. That night, they burned like a firework that blazed and vanished in an instant. The next morning, Isabel Lopez nearly collapsed as she climbed out of bed, her legs trembling. Maybe at first she'd been half drunk, but the rain had sobered her up completely. So, she didn't even have the right to regret. Last night, she and Jason Smith, oh God. She raised her hand and rubbed her forehead. Impulse really was the devil. The door opened. Instinctively, she pulled the blanket tighter and looked up. Jason Smith stood there. "You're awake? Change into this and freshen up. Let's go downstairs for breakfast." He walked over, set the clothes beside her, then leaned in and kissed her. She turned her face slightly, dodging the kiss, but his warm breath brushed past her cheek, making her heart race all the same. Her eyes fell on the clothes. He brought a light red dress, along with a matching set of lingerie. Her clothes had been soaked last night, so these were new. Isabel. Her dodge was so obvious, he couldn't pretend not to notice. "Do you regret it?" "No, I just want to take a shower. Could you step out for a bit?" "Okay." Jason Smith gave her a long, deep look before walking out. Isabel Lopez got out of bed, and the moment she spotted the splash of red on the white bedsheets, her cheeks flushed with heat. After her shower, the dress fit perfectly. He must have bought it based on the size of her soaked clothes. She stared at the wrinkled bedsheets. Her mind kept replaying last night's passionate entanglement. Her face flushed again. Her heart raced. She didn't know what to do. She shouldn't have dragged him into this. Last night, he said she was his first. To that, Isabel Lopez could only think, what the hell? How is this rich boy still so innocent? All she did was let impulse take the wheel for one night and ended up ruining a pure family man. But that wasn't even the biggest surprise. The real shock came when Jason Smith said he liked her. It was love at first sight. But she had only wanted a simple 619 a one-night stand. She never meant to hurt him. Now, was it too late? She stayed in the room wrestling with herself for a long time. In the end, Isabel Lopez knew she couldn't run from it. She had to go downstairs. Jason Smith was sitting on the couch in the living room black suit pants, crisp white shirt. When he saw her coming down, he stood. A faint smile played on his lips. His elegance was always so effortlessly magnetic. If she could, she wished last night had never happened. The hardest debt to repay is emotional. All she had wanted was one night of passion. She could never give him what he was looking for. "Are you hungry?" he asked, walking up to her. His deep eyes shimmered with a trace of amusement as he reached out and took her hand. Isabel Lopez lowered her gaze, looked at his hand, and slowly pulled her own back. Then she looked up at him and said, "Jason Smith, all I wanted was one night.